not be familiar with the name Jamie Lopez. I certainly wasn't until this week when she died, but her death is worth discussing, whether you'd heard of her or not before now. Lopez was the founder of a well-known beauty salon called Baby Doll Beauty Couture, and she was the star of a reality show called Super Size Salon. Now, as the title of the show indicates, the salon was focused on providing services to obese people, proudly billing itself as the world's first plus-sized salon.
Should you be able to make a place called Plus Size Salon? I think you should be able to, but is it good? What do you think? What are your thoughts, babe?
I think if they want to call it this way, they can. At least you know what you expect when you go there.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Plus Size Salon, good for the community or terrible for the community? What do you guys think?
Lopez herself was a plus-size model, and as media reports about her death have characterized her, she was a, quote, fierce advocate of...
Oh, wow, so she died. What did she die of?
Yeah, that's what
Heart
he
attack?
said.
Fat acceptance and body positivity. Her show and her public brand centered around the basic message that everyone is beautiful no matter their size, and we should accept and celebrate all body types. She was only 37 when she died this week. They've not released a confirmed cause of death, but the Daily Mail and other outlets report that she was suffering from heart complications, among other potential.
You see, man? I mean, and that's the unfortunate reality, man. It's like, you see, like, that's why it's important to take health into consideration. You cannot ignore these things because of how you feel. They are very important.
Yeah.
You know, I say heart attack because, like, if a person is plus size, like, you increase your chances of heart attack.
Yeah,
you very much increase it. Again, 37 years old. That's not even that old. It's very, very young. And that's very unfortunate. Andrew Tate, terrible for the community and the universe. Mr. Got Plenty, George, you should do a reaction to Patrice O'Neal. I will send a link if you need. He was one of the first red pill men. Yeah, send me Patrice O'Neal. A lot of people are talking about him. He's a comedian. He was essentially the first red pillar, but not. All right, let's continue.
Maladies. Now, there's a reason why I bring this all up, but before I flesh that out, it may be enlightening to watch a brief sneak peek of the Supersize Salon show, which was posted on WeTV's YouTube channel a few months ago to promote the show. And the problems we're going to talk about are all illustrated, I think, very explicitly in this clip. And here it is.
I've just always loved beautiful things. It's just a part of me. I've been doing makeup since I was 13 years old. I just have always just loved making women feel beautiful.
Oh my God.
I am a social media influencer in the plus size community. I want to inspire big girls all over the world. This is what I manifest every single day.
Jamie in the big girl community is like an icon. She's very beautiful, confident.
She is really a GOAT.
Jamie's just a fabulous Amazon.
She loves to just...
All right, what do you think of this, babe? What
That
the
is
heck?
too much. That is too much for me. I understand.
All right,
when
what are your
people-
thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it thus far?
Thus far, I think this is a disease. Like, this is not just, oh, I'm overweight and I feel confident. This is not something you should be proud of. You are completely overweight. Your body is struggling. You should fucking do something about it.
These girls are obese, bro. Like,
This is honestly, like, when I looked at her, at the blonde chick, the Jamie, I was like, how do you even walk? Do you even walk?
All right.
Or they carry you, like, because...
yeah, let's be very careful about the way we talk about her. I know you're just trying to make an observation, but, like, you
No,
know,
I'm
she
just
did pass
saying-
away. I know.
No, yeah, I understand. I'm
Crap.
just saying that, like, even when I gain a little weight, like, even for my body, right, I feel how my knees start struggling because it's hard for me when then my lower back starts hurting, you know, then, like, I notice right away that even it becomes hard for me to, like, even do cardio in a gym. How do they live? I don't understand. Like, for me, it is maybe we should be, like, amazed by how they even find a courage to wake up and move.
Yeah, you know what the biggest problem that I heard in the beginning of the video was? Oh, I feel like I want women to be more empowered and all this. And you can see that a lot of problems that stem from society starts with saying phrases like, I feel. I feel. You see that's the major cause of a problem.
I tell you that.
I think I feel is good when you want to share a story and relate to somebody else. I think that's a very powerful word that you can use. But you should be responsible with your words, right? That's why when I say I know, it's something that is backed up by society. I know this. I have an experience of this. most people would agree with me on this. The facts back up the truth. So when I know something, I know it. When I think it, it's an opinion. When I feel it, that's a very powerful word, because remember, feelings, it's very easy to take advantage of somebody that has a lot of
emotional damage.
Right? And you can tell that people that eat a lot, they got a lot of emotional damage. So what do? Instead of dealing with their problems, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They do what they feel like doing. And what do they feel like doing most of the time? Ignoring their problems and eating.
I tell you this, I always were like bullied when I was a teenager in Russia, because I weighed even more before than I am right now. And recently I still follow a lot of like Russian influencers on my social media, and recently I was watching this girl's story. She's like a mother of 3 kids already. She's like 30 something, but she looks gorgeous, like she looks great. And after she gave birth to the 3rd kid, she started telling us about her journey of trying to like get her body
back,
and then like her husband got her a present, and they went to this like love radio concert where they invited all of the stars so they can listen to like the music, the pop music, right? And so then Lizzo went on a stage, right? And this girl, I think she never heard about her because she's not like listening to all this stuff. She never saw her or something. And like she started recording her in the stories, and she was like, what is this? So why is this on a stage? Because she still has a Russian mentality. Her mentality is not changed when we accept people.
She's like, why is Lizzo on stage?
She didn't even say Lizzo. She didn't even say woman. She was like, what is this? Like, what is this? Why is that a piece of fat on the stage, basically?
Oh my God.
And you know how Lizzo, like, those dancers that she has, they're also, like, big. So, like, they all could look kind of the same.
Yeah.
And, like, it triggered me because I was like, I don't think about people this way. But it's also because I live in America for, like, almost 6 years. For her, like, she moved a year ago. And she still believes that the woman should look like the way we believe in Russia, skinny, fit. You always have to take care of yourself. And like sometimes it goes too much because like you start starving yourself and stuff like that. But it's not about this. The fact that like she looked at her and she was like, this is not okay. Like this should not be like popularized in general, because the whole like people were like Lizzo.
It's promoting people to just be fat and comfortable
like,
and lazy.
be
and passive.
okay with this if you are like that. And she was like, this is not okay. Like, what the fuck is this? She was like so shocked that people are actually watching this, because in Russia you would never find like a popular artist who is overweight on stage. Like, never.
Facts. It's facts. W take, baby. W take. Damn. Play. Damn you, play.
Just see people happy.
You're gorgeous. It's so cute.
See, these are the lies women tell each other.
I am the owner and creator and the HBIC of Baby Doll Beauty Couture.
Welcome to Baby Doll.
Welcome to Baby Doll.
My dream was to create the first ever all-inclusive salon by plus-size girls for plus-size girls.
You're in good hands.
Society makes you hate yourself.
Oh, wow. Okay, what up? Shut
City boy, city boy.
W to LEIEI 0. $5 donation. Consistency found your channel through the algorithm. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate it. Damn, bro. I wish I had these fucking chat boxes on. I don't know why they turn off. What the hell? All right. Well, okay. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for the dono, bro. Working every day, grinding. That's the hustle. Trying to provide value. Crap.
You don't look a certain way. And I am damn determined to change that.
Baby Doll is about embracing who you are.
Yes, girl. Yes. You might have fat ass people come to your salon,
Oh, crap. What'd I do?
but you don't have a plus size salon when cheers for big asses like ours. All this is for all it is.
So
Okay,
it's a
maybe
message
on the
that's
positive
a
thing-
sermon that we hear all the time in our
All right, what's
culture.
the
We
positive
should
thing? What's
not
the positive
make
thing?
obese.
Go.
So the only positive thing that I see about this is that it cures the depression of a lot of these people, because sometimes
It cures the depression?
yeah, because she makes them feel positive and okay about themselves. So you know how a lot of times there could be a health issues, and that's why they are overweight. And sometimes it's a big struggle for you to get in shape, to even like change the way your body works. So a lot of people are getting depressed about this, and I think the way she was supporting them helped them feel better about themselves, which is great. But I don't think that it should motivate them stay in the same shape.
See, I understand what you're saying, and I have empathy for you, or with what you're saying, because you're saying they made them feel better, right? But just because something makes you feel good doesn't mean that it is good, right?
Yes, I absolutely agree with you.
And I know, and I get that's the point that I'm really trying to draw here, is that just because it feels good doesn't mean it is good, right? I don't have nothing against overweight people. I do have something against people that promote overweight to other overweight people, because at the end of the day, you make these people feel good, but you know what? They have family members that really care about them. They have family members that really want them to get their life together. They got family members that want them to live a long time. But no, because they've surrounded themselves with other people that want to be complacent, that want to ignore the realities of life, that don't want to go through hard work, you know, that just wants to live in this shell, it's irresponsibility is what it is. And what happens to these people? A lot of them pass away. They get diabetes, or they get heart attacks, or, you know, they destroy their bodies. Yeah. And over time, what do they want to do? Especially for men, like I'm sure most men that are overweight will essentially go to self-delete when it comes to things like this, right? There's a certain age where it's very, very, very hard to get your body to snap back in place like that. Jojo says, I was overweight myself, thinking it's okay, but my uncle died because of a heart attack. He was overweight. That opened my eyes. I started boxing and getting into it, lost weight. I feel much healthier, you see?
City boy, city boy.
And shout out to Jojo, man. Shout out to Jojo, because that's the exact story. You know, anybody here that's overweight, again, it's okay to be overweight. It's okay to acknowledge that now, but you need to start making progress towards your goals. If that means cutting back on your food, look at me, bro. Like I have cut back on almost everything that I don't think is necessary for my body. The only two things I really put in my body are barley and chicken, and I do that for myself. Everything else that I get is from the people that care about me in my life. My girl will cook crazy meals for me, you know what I'm saying? My mom, my job, like different. I'm well fed to the people around me, but I know for myself, I'm eating barley and chicken. I'm just disciplined like that, you know. And I gotta stay disciplined in that way, because I see myself looking more in shape, looking a lot healthier, getting more protein in. Definitely getting the 50 grams of protein in. I think I look a little plumper, you know, a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of weight. All right. So, you know, just like guys are overweight, you know, I'm very skinny where I need to gain weight. So we all have our own struggles. We all need to figure out where are we healthiest in. All right. At the end of the day, having a good training regimen and eating right, nothing substitute that. And drinking water. No more sodas, none of that shit.
People feel bad about themselves. Everyone is beautiful. Fat is beautiful. Everyone should be accepted. All weights, all sizes. Indeed, fatness is now its very own identity group. There is, as we heard in the clip there, a community, a sisterhood of fat women. And this community deserves to be included and tolerated, even as they kill themselves in front of us. Now, the tragic reality here is that Jamie Lopez was apparently trying to lose weight towards the end of her life. At her heaviest, she had reached 846 pounds and found herself unable, she was bedbound. She was unable to support her own weight enough to move around without assistance. And she had apparently dropped a significant amount of weight, I think maybe like half her body weight, but was still, 400 pounds, extremely morbidly obese. And it would seem the damage had been done, because our bodies are not meant to carry around that kind of weight. Our bones, our internal organs, our hearts, none of it was built to support hundreds of pounds of excess fat. That's why morbid obesity will kill you. It's not an if here. There's no if. It's not like a maybe. The only thing that will stop a morbidly obese person from dying of their obesity is if they die from something else first, or if they lose the weight before the clock runs out. Neither of those two things happen, and they will die of obesity, 100% of the time. Jamie Lopez was one of thousands upon thousands of obese people every year who perish from the condition. The clock runs out. Something like 250,000 Americans die from obesity-related causes every year, which makes up 10% of all obesity-related deaths globally, in spite of the fact that the U.S. only comprises 4% of the global population. Now, Lopez may have tried to lose weight at the end, but she was a part of and a victim of also a movement that tells obese people that they don't need to lose weight unless they want to. Like, if you want to, then go ahead, but you don't need to. The fat acceptance movement, body positivity, has killed countless people in this country. And now it's killed one of its more prominent advocates.
So you see,
And that's the point we should be focusing on.
and that's what I'm trying to draw here, right? Is that you shouldn't need to lose that weight. You should not need to accept this body positivity, and that's why I stand by. Bullying is good. Bullying develops, builds character development. All right, we need bullying back. We need to bring bullying back. All right, when we look back in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch those movies where the kid gets bullied in high school and shit like that? Right? Yeah, we need that kind of bullying. okay, maybe not that far. Maybe not far because in some of the shows they go really hard. But you need to struggle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You need to struggle a little bit. And if you're one of the people in my life that I care about a lot, right? Like that was like my brother. Like I bullied him, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I fat shamed him a lot. Me and my friends fat shamed a lot. And at the end of the day, I don't know what it took, but motherfucker lost weight. He lost a lot of weight, you know. And he felt a lot healthier, a lot happier, a lot more like confident in himself. Like, you know, so you can see that. You can see how much good that does for you, that like bullying. And at the end of the day, that guy, the guy that we bullied, my friend. That dude became way more confident in life, man, and he ended up getting so much more out of life. And I believe it was through bullying. I don't know if he can admit that, but I know that this is what we put him through, and the outcome at the end of the day was beneficial towards his life. Mm-hmm. You know, for me, I've been bullied for being short. One of the most craziest times in my life was I was short, I was small, I wasn't strong, but there was this other kid who was way bigger than me. Way stronger than me, bro. Like, bro, dude looked like he took steroids. He looked like a 20-year-old man in 8th grade. Like, I swear. Yeah, I swear to God, man. I swear. And I was like this small little runt, right?
Yeah.
And he grabbed me. He just grabbed me. And he just like, he wouldn't let go of me, bro. I felt so weak in that moment. I put all my strength in getting out. And I was still, like, athletic and shit. I wasn't like a little bitch. I put all my strength and I couldn't get out. And I'm like, dude, they're the same grade as me. We grew up together. I know this guy since kindergarten, right? And when he did that, I was like, bro, I have to hit the gym, man. I'm not going to ever stop hitting the gym. I need to hit the gym. I can never allow myself to be put in that situation. He also did that in front of 2 girls, too. And I felt so ashamed when he let me go. I was like, bro, like, I felt like, damn. Like, I really felt like all the movies I had ever watched when I was young about bullying, I'm like, I just experienced that moment. And I promise you now, like, I would not take that moment anything for back in the world. Like, I love the fact that shit happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's happened to me throughout life even worse. You know, in the streets, in New York City, getting robbed by knife point several times. All right? Getting into altercations. You need to go through those things. All right? Those things will come to you, and you must learn from them if you survive. So that bullying is good for character development. You need to face these things. These are the realities of life as a man. Mr. Got Plenty, thank you for the donation, brother. Thank you.
City boy, city boy.
I am going to slide into Alona's DMs with my BBC. What I am thinking about my bigger, better confidence. Keep doing your thing, G. W straight. Yo, Tyreek, bro, you got
company.
You got competition right now. Mr. Got Plenty gonna slide in the DMs. Let's see. Yo, let me tell you something, Mr. Got Plenty, bro. Alana, her problem is that she got options, all right? She got options. So she got so many options. I have come to the conclusion that women, they don't need options, man. They don't know what to do. When you give a woman options, they're very irresponsible. They have no idea. I don't know what to choose. I'm not sure, blah, blah, blah. They can't get focused, all right? They have like super ADHD. So my solution to that is just, let's bring back arranged marriages. All right, let's just bring that back. All right. I told Alana, I was like, yo, listen, like, I don't think you're gonna be able to find the right guy. Let me choose the right guy for you. Let me bring a guy to you. All right.
Mr. Got Plenty, where are you from?
Yeah, Mr. Got Plenty. We got to vet you. I guess that's what we're trying to say. And Tyreek, we got to vet both y'all. She belongs to the streets. Oh my God.
About exploiting, certainly not about making light of a woman's tragic death. It's about confronting the fact that the fat acceptance movement, typified by nearly everything you heard in that promotional clip, is a suicidal ideology. I mean, it is a death cult. Fat acceptance is a death cult. It's one of the most dangerous ideas in the world, and that's not an exaggeration. At a time when we're so focused on the alleged harms inflicted by, quote unquote misinformation, it's probably time that we start thinking about the misinformation that tells people like Jamie Lopez and so many others that morbid, suicidal, self-destructive obesity is something to be celebrated, that it's beautiful. Lopez will not be the only body positivity influencer to die an early death. They will almost all suffer the same fate. Fat acceptance became a mainstream phenomenon with its own slate of advocates and stars and influencers in just the past 10 years or so. We're reaching the point now where we might expect to start seeing many of them succumb to their obesity. But then again, if 280,000 obesity-related deaths every single year isn't enough for a wake-up call, I imagine that every single, quote, fat acceptance celebrity could die, and that wouldn't be enough either. Still, whether people want to hear...
Sorry, I think we're going to end it there. But that's why I was also very hard on Gabriel Iglesias. When I saw Gabriel Iglesias on Impulsive, I was very hard on him too. I like Gabriel Iglesias, and I want him to do better. But you can see that a lot of comedians, they cope with their jokes. They use jokes as a coping mechanism to deal with the dark things in their life. And I think that's great that you're able to joke around. But there's certain times where you're coping and you stop taking action towards changing your life for the better, right? And that's what I see Gabriel Iglesias do a lot with his jokes, and that's kind of why I came at him, because I know he wants to be healthier for his family, for himself. Now he's single and shit like that, right? So it's like, stop hiding behind the fact that you like food. Stop hiding behind the fact that you're making all these jokes. Like, just take some self-accountability, bro. You need to feel shame. You need to feel ashamed of yourself. And that's why I like watching the Aiden Ross and Andrew Tate streams, because like Andrew Tate shames him like an older brother should, to do better, to be better.
Exactly.
So yeah, JoJo, Facts FN, JoJo, working on yourself changes your mind in a positive way. That's the key to success. Thirsty. It costs so much in the medical system for all the disease that come with obesity. That's true too, man. That's a fact. All right, so let's move on to the next conversation. Let me see. Let me do this one.